for Hamilton West, Ancaster Dundas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Premier. After a huge backlash, the Premier and his Conservative government were forced to back down on their deep cuts to municipalities and the services families rely on, like public health and childcare. While this is good news, we all know that the cuts aren't going to stop. Last week, the Financial Accountability Office's analysis found that the Premier's reckless drive to balance the budget, no matter the cost, will require another $6 billion in cuts to programs and services over the next 3 years. So having been forced to back down on cuts to public health, childcare and ambulance services, Mr. Speaker, my question is, where does the Premier plan to cut next?
Question is to the Premier.
Minister of Finance.
Referred to the Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much for the question. And again, we thank the Financial Accountability Officer for confirming that our government's measured, thoughtful and responsible path to balance shows that it is a credible plan that was laid out in Budget 2019. It puts the government on a sustainable financial footing. We need to acknowledge in this legislature, yet again, Speaker, that the previous government was spending $40 million a day more than they took in, and that is absolutely unsustainable. And Speaker, we told the municipalities, the agencies, the boards and commissions that we will look for 4 cents on every dollar, and in fact, we have found almost 8 cents on every dollar spent, and all that, Speaker, while returning we will return $26 billion of that back to every family, individual, senior and business in the province of Ontario.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you. Well, I imagine that we read a different report, because I don't know that that's what that report said at all. And I would just have to say that this falls under the category of fiscal fantasy on the part of the minister. So by cancelling cap and trade, offering tax cuts to the rich, and now risking a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from the beer store, the Conservatives have created more instability and uncertainty.
Order.
And the Moody's credit rating agency responded to the Premier's mismanagement by downgrading Ontario's credit rating.
Order.
Now, not only is this government's mismanagement undermining our economy, it is hurting our families. So far, this government has attacked children,
Order.
people living with disabilities, seniors, Franco-Ontarians, Indigenous people, and everyday families with his callous cuts. So I again ask, Mr. Speaker, who will this government target next?